Tommy's actually down for a nap. I thought this was a great time to say Happy New Year. What are we on now? We're on the 9th of January. So belated Happy New Year. One thing I wanted to do as my first New Year vlog was to talk about New Year and talk about New Year's resolutions, how are we feeling about it, my plans for 2026, and yeah, have a nice little chat to begin the year. I think as well I would take you along, hopefully a little bit of today maybe, and just try and show you like snippets of where I try and find moments of self-care as a mum, because that's one of my big things for this year, is getting self-care back in. That's going to be a lot of what my channel is about, basically getting myself back from prenatal depression and having a baby number 2. So yeah, that's what a lot of this is going to be about. I thought I would start the year with a little chat and yeah, show you little bits of self-care that I can hopefully try and get in. I do want to try and upload this vlog on Sunday. I think that's going to be my ritual with these videos with YouTube. Is going to be, I'm going to try and upload on Sundays, and if there's an in-betweener, great, then yeah, but I don't want to overload myself because I'm already posting on Instagram and TikTok too. So that's going to be my plan, but today is Friday. I have already pre-recorded a self-care evening, but I really wanted to start with a little chat first and talk about New Year's and where my video is actually going to be going. Grab a cup of your choice. I'm actually going to make myself a coffee. One of my carrying on from 2025 things is going to be no caffeine. I'll talk about the rest of my diet plan, but yeah, just speaking of coffee, so yeah, I'm gonna have a decaf coffee. Grab yourself a drink, let's have a little catch up. Had a green tea this morning. That is my first green tea in such a long time, and I was pleasantly surprised. I actually really enjoyed it. I think green tea is one of those things that you've really got to like force yourself onto. With my coffee. This is like my one treat pretty much of the day. I've gone so hard on this diet, so should we just start with it, because I keep mentioning it and keep telling you like, oh, I'll get back to it. But a bit of a backstory: when I was pregnant with Tommy, a little bit before that, I was having some blood tests done because I was constantly unwell. Arthur was also constantly unwell, but sort of always just put it down to the fact that he was in nursery and they get everything, don't they? And obviously bring it back, and yeah, I would just always get it. Kyle would somehow never get it, which is good for him, but just a bit jealous over here. Yeah, so it just got to the point where it was like constant, like week after week, I was not getting a break of being unwell. So spoke to the doctors about it because I've gone in for like a 5th run of antibiotics, and I do not want to be on antibiotics. I'm terrible at taking medication anyway. Your body gets so used to these antibiotics, like that's a really real thing that scares me too. So yeah, I asked them to find out the problem, like let's get some blood tests. So we did that. One of my results come back to say they needed to forward them on to rheumatology. Therefore, me thinking, okay, there's something to do with rheumatoid arthritis, like my nan had it, it's like autoimmune issues, which would make sense if I have autoimmune issues as it is. Yeah, I probably am just picking up every bug. All that happened, I ended up chasing the doctors and hospital up, I don't know how many times, somebody at reception at my doctor's that I go to kept putting me off and just being like, no, your bloods are fine. And I kept like having to tell them, no, like this one, like scroll down to this one, like I know all of these other blood counts or whatever it is are okay, but there's this one that has gone to rheumatology. Oh, it was like a fight. It was so frustrating. So anyway, fast forward a few months of arguments, being put off, me being exhausted, not being able to even have the energy to fight. I went back in again for some antibiotics. Arthur also needed antibiotics. The doctor asked me again, a different doctor, but he asked me again, how are you usually? Are you usually well? No, I'm not usually well. Went through the whole story with him. He was like not happy about the situation that I was in. Therefore, he was like, right, we're gonna book you in. We're gonna get you x-rays and MRIs and blood tests and figure this out. Because previously I had pneumonia as well. I guess it was to see, like, has that all come off of my chest? Like, why am I getting a lot of chest infections? So I was like, oh, great. And then I thought, wait, doctor, I'm a few weeks pregnant. He looks at me and goes, we really need to wait then until you've had baby and then do these tests. And I was straight back to like, oh my god, right, okay, that's fine. Let's just put this on a back burner. Let's get through these 9 months. And lo and behold, those 9 months were absolutely horrific anyway for me. Mentioned this already, but I'll mention it again. I had prenatal depression. It's only because now being out of it, I know, like, I see how like bad of a position I was in, and I see how bad of a position I put my family in, which just makes me really, really sad. And it makes me really sad that knowing other people go through this and go through it a lot longer. Could not imagine having depression all of the time. Like, I just don't know how people do it. So I send you love and healing, anybody gone through it, going through it. Yeah. Let's get rid of these tears. We're not crying today. We don't need this today. This is happy. It's Happy New Year. So, out of the other end of depression now, 6 months, almost 7 months postpartum with baby Tommy, and I swear day by day I have been feeling better. Every day I feel like I'm getting a step closer, not even to who I was before, to better, because I've had that experience. And I just, as I'm going through life, I know what I want more, like from life. Having 2 babies now, that changes everything, changes your whole world. And I love it, and I'm so grateful to even have my 2 boys. Would go for it 100% again now that I've got Tommy. But anyway, going back to the whole diet reasons, went to the doctors post having Tommy for more antibiotics because I got ill again. And when I say I get ill, like, this isn't just a cold, like, it's full infections, flu, like, it's just horrible. I get the colds too, but I'm only going to the doctors when I know it's really bad and I'm thinking, okay, this is infections, it's not going. So yeah, went back. Yeah, got some more antibiotics. Again, had the same question, how are you usually? And straight away I was like, actually, I need to talk to you. And then explained the whole story about the previous doctor wanting to do these tests, and he said, yeah, that's fine, I will book you in for bloods first. That was the first line of call, was to do that. And then he said about if it comes back the same, which is quite likely, it wouldn't change, then they can refer me to a specialist and then I can learn a bit more about it. So generally you can't do a lot at all about autoimmune diseases or issues. So I thought, yeah, I'm gonna start looking into this a lot more. I already knew I wanted to change up my diet and see if that helped, so that was when I started doing my research, was more things on diet. What can I do to help my diet with autoimmune issues? And I come across like quite a lot of helpful things, and after doing some research I decided I wanted to try an anti-inflammatory diet. So I thought I'm gonna go old school and I'm gonna buy a book, because I like sitting and reading a book anyway. Hang on, Kyle's calling me. Hello? Love you, babe. Book. Get anti-inflammatory recipe book, but it also has like a lot of information in there about why this diet is good and what it would help with. Just really informative. I've really enjoyed reading it. That being said, basically means I've got to cut out like everything. My usual diet is high in pasta, high in rice, all the beige foods. I have broccoli and like veg and stuff. Like obviously like roasting, I'm like, well, yeah, but I usually like incorporate my veg with pasta or rice, and that's just, yeah, not very good in an anti-inflammatory diet. And sugar, that's a big one. I don't know why I didn't say that to begin with, but sugar, gone. I'm having no sugar, guys. So what is that? I'm on day 9 of no sugar. I'm having natural sugars, so that means fruit, honey and maple syrup. That's the only natural sugars I am having. Yeah, best believe I'm basically drinking maple syrup. No, I'm not really. But I did learn to make homemade granola, and I put maple syrup with that like when I cook it, just because I need the sweetness, and I've been having a lot of granola just to get me by those days where I'm like, oh, I need sugar, like, or I've like gone out for a walk and come back and then I'm like, oh my god, no, I need some sugar right now, because we were getting sugar from nowhere else. I'm not having any like tinned, canned, like no ready-made stuff. I'm doing everything from scratch. That's how no sugar is. But that being said, I'm feeling really good for it. It is just the fact that I think it's like when it's the norm, I know how to cook like pasta dishes, rice dishes off the back of my hand. Like I can just whip it up really quick. That's one thing. My body is just so used to it, and that really full feeling I usually get from eating pasta and rice, I'm not really getting that. But I'm still like, I'm not feeling hungry. It's just I'm not used to that really like bloated full feeling anymore. And then after being like, now I need something sweet. No, can't do that anymore. Instead I'm like, I'll go get an apple. I am feeling really good for it. I feel like my mental clarity is actually better for it as well. My sleep would be better probably if I didn't have 2 kids that need me during the night. I say 2 because Arthur still comes in our room sometimes. That's the diet. I will show you the book actually. Down here, right. So this is my book. Shock. I've got a crystal holding my page open. This one, Meals That Heal, by Caroline Williams. I think she's American because there's a lot of reference in here to like the American diet. But yeah, all of this, so how many pages? Like 50 odd pages of it is why, like what's good and like food groups and how your plate should look, everything like that. And then the rest of it is all like different recipes to have, which I've tried a few recipes now and I've really enjoyed them. I found a love for quinoa, if that's how you say it. Quinoa? I don't know. Which I've had before, but now that I've got to replace these things, like that's my, I feel like I'm eating rice type of dish. That's the diet, guys. No sugar for me. I'm not gonna sit here and say that I'm never gonna have sugar or also no alcohol, but that's kind of like normal for me anyway. It's quite rare that I have alcohol. So I'm okay with that one. It's just, I know it's gonna be on maybe an occasion, like weddings and things. I'm either gonna find it hard, or I'm just gonna be like, let's just do it. We only live once. Let's just feel ill for a little bit. But yeah, so I'm never gonna say never to these things, but I need it to be the norm that my diet is gonna look this healthy. So let's see how we get on. Going back again to the fact that I had prenatal depression, I feel like having this start of a new year has made me extremely happy. Having this like fresh start, fresh year, I can leave behind the bad in a sense. Having learned things, a lot of things, I can now leave it behind and know that I'm going forward a lot more positive. This new year has been very exciting for me, and New Year's resolutions in general, like hearing that word has been exciting for me, because I think like from October to December I'm just so busy. Like it is the season, it is pumpkin season, it's festive season, Christmas. I'm so busy during that time that I really don't get a chance to think about myself. So I think I was using the new year as the excuse of, I'm not going to be as busy, I can start thinking about me and what I want from the year. That is the excitement, like where that all comes from. I see a lot of people, it's very like trending at the moment to be like, I'm carrying on, like I'm bringing these things through to 2026, which I love. I think I just had such a horrible year for me. There's not a lot that I'm trying to bring across to like from 2025 to 2026. I'm really trying to like leave a lot, and if anything I'm trying to bring my 2024 me into 2026 plus more. So that's more of, yeah, why I'm so excited, because I feel like, yeah, I'm gonna bring these things back that I previously did that I'm excited for, plus more. Like I'm gonna do more, and yeah, I've got more exciting things to look forward to. So for me, some of those things were very self-care heavy. I've been very big on self-care. I've always loved self-care anyway. I'm a Taurus, like put me at home in my pajamas, like with a face mask on every night. Always loved it. After having Arthur, seen, realised, felt how hard that is. As a mum, I just found it extremely hard to do it. However, I managed to work around it and figure out how I now incorporated it into my life with the help of Kyle. Get that out, but now ×2, going through depression, everything like that, we're coming back. It's going to be a very self-care heavy year. I say heavy. I'm going to be lucky if I get it in once a week, but once a week I'm going to be so happy with. Self-care looked for me like meditation. I found my love for meditation a few years ago. Was doing meditation groups in the summer in a beautiful farm. Would do it from home. I loved meditation. I tried it a few times during pregnancy, just like for mental health and like it being recommended to me from perinatal mental health team. I just struggled so much, just being in such a negative mindset. I couldn't put myself in a positive mindset whilst doing it, so I just cut it. Now being in much more of a positive mindset, I'm very excited to get back into meditation. I've done it a couple of times already. I just want to do more. I was doing it at one point. This is going to be my goal at some point, is to, because I was getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning, like 5:30. I would come downstairs whilst everybody's asleep, make myself a hot drink. It was Jay Shetty's like Raw, I can't remember. I feel like it, like the acronym was like time or something. I really can't remember, but it was like Insight was one of them. Tea was for, I'm just gonna say tea, cup of tea. I don't know. But yeah, Insight. So I would try and like learn something in the morning, and I generally listen to Jay Shetty on Calm. He would do like a 7-minute like mindfulness or insight type of thing, and it would like teach you something, and I loved that. So I used to do that, followed by meditation. So I would do that for, even if it was like 15 minutes, I would just see like how I felt. And then exercise. Then after I would do some sort of exercise routine, and yeah, I would feel great. Like I would feel so positive and ready for when the boy, well, now it's boys, then it was when Arthur would wake up. I would feel really good and like energetic, and sometimes I would even have an extra bit of time to do like some content or something like that and feel like really productive. So that is a huge goal for this year. However, I need to wait until Tommy is sleeping through the night because he's still having like a bottle in the night. So I need to wait for that to happen and yeah, get better like full night sleeps. So that's one of my goals for this year. So yeah, I absolutely love doing that. Other things I would do, like have a bath, just have moments to myself. That was like my self-care, was being very much on my own because I was very comfortable after doing like a couple of years plus of meditation. I felt very comfortable like in my own space, in my own company. So that was what self-care looked like to me, was running a bath, being on my own, reading a book, going for a walk on my own, everything on my own. Basically, shopping on my own, all of those things just, yeah, to me felt like self-care, because you just need to like listen, I think I do anyway, to my own thoughts, process things, and not have everybody in your ear wanting things from you. So yeah, that's a huge thing. I have on my phone a list that I used to go by every day. I still get the reminders come up every single morning on my phone. During pregnancy I didn't get rid of them, I just ignored them. I just put them on the back thing. Like I didn't want to not have the reminders come through anymore, because I wanted that to still look like a goal, like I was gonna get back to that and start doing that again. I guess just some sort of hope. Sorry by the way if you can hear my tumble dryer in the background, that might be annoying. Oh yeah, that was what I used to do as well, affirmations. Yeah, so also before I, like in the morning when I used to get up at 5 o'clock, I would get my gratitude journal first and write like what I'm grateful for, like intent for the day, and then it would be like an end of the day as well thing. So I used to do that. So this was my list of my reminders that would pop up during the day to remind me to do something, reflect on something, and it was always self-care related. So affirmations, vitamins, not taking my vitamins anymore, and I don't think I will be for a little while because I've had my bloods now. I'm sure someone's gonna correct me, but all of my vitamin levels were totally fine. So I don't want to put something in my body that's doing nothing, and a lot of like these medications have a lot of chemicals in, a lot of sweeteners, and yeah, just things that aren't really too great for us. So I don't really want to keep up with them. And I used to always have the gummies because I can't swallow tablets. So I'm gonna get rid of that one. So yeah, affirmations, vitamins, core strength workout. Oh, this is really reminding me now, I haven't read this properly. I've got scoliosis, so that is a curvature of your spine. Pre-pregnancy I was going to, I think they were called Core Strength Studio in Bristol. Amazing. The guy Andy was the one that was helping me with my back, and I feel horrendous, and I really actually need to contact him because I didn't even tell him why I didn't go back. That's how much the depression like had a chokehold of me. So that's a reminder, I need to message him and at some point get back into that. But I would have a core strength workout that I would do from home every single day, so that was that reminder. Non-guided meditation, so that would be just where I sit and breathe and I take myself to a place. Gratitude journal, as I just said. Morning meditation, so yeah, the non-guided meditation, that would just be at like a random time at the day whenever I had a moment. So like now Tommy's having a nap, but I would do that. my morning meditation would usually be guided, and usually by Jay Shetty. Oh, there was another guy as well. I have to try find it. He was really good for beginners. Skincare, and then end of the day would be gratitude journal reflection. Some point in the day, walk or get outdoors, because that was always quite important for me too. During having prenatal depression, I found out I have OCD. Now looking at that, I know why that's so important to me, because I can quite easily plop myself in the house and every moment I get do something to relieve my OCD. Yeah, I won't go too much into that unless anybody wants to, because it can be quite dark. So we're not doing that today. On her ground as well, some of this might sound so woo-woo to some people, but if I was out and about, I would try and ground myself. I would either like touch a tree, sit down on the floor, like if it's summer, like put my feet, take my socks off, put my feet on the ground. I know this sounds horrible, but I don't know what it is. I don't know the science behind it, but grounding works. Like, it really does bring you to earth, and yeah, it just calms me. And again, I'm a Taurus, I'm an earth sign, so you know. Last two, work out and read a book. So yeah, I already said, like, a part of my morning routine, I would then try and like put in some exercise. So I want to start by getting back into that slowly. Like, we're doing all of this slowly. We're not running no, we're gonna walk before we can run. We're gonna get back into exercise and self-care and meditation, and I'm gonna take you all along with me. I'm gonna show you the meals that I'm having. For any other people that want inspo for like healthier anti-inflammatory meals, if you've got like the same sort of autoimmune issues or just generally want to eat better, I'll take you along for little bits of that as well. This tumble dryer is getting quite noisy, isn't it? That's what a lot of this year is going to be about. There are like other goals that I have this year that are mainly like work related, content related. I really want to put my focus on it, and messages that I want to put out there, I really want to refine it, because I think I just got a little bit carried away with either what other people were doing, feeling a little bit like things weren't aligning with me and weren't organic to me or how I feel about things. So I'm going to get all that back and post things that mean something to me, post it if I love it, like that type of thing, and not really think too much about what other people are thinking, which I think I'm usually quite good at. So yeah, that's like a lot of the goals this year. Also really want to try and get some more family holidays in this year. Arthur goes to school in September. Cue more tears. I can't, like, no. I've got until September, it's okay, but it's freaking me out, because I feel like that's it. Like, they're at school then, aren't they, until they're 18, like what? And I go back to work in April, I believe. Not fully like planned yet, but I think that's the thought, is that I might be going back to work in April in an office that I work at. That's something else that's happening this year, me going back to work. Arthur's going to school. Kyle's jetting off here, there and everywhere with work as usual. That's why I really want to get some holidays in, because once Arthur's in school, it's a lot harder and a lot more expensive. So yeah, really want to try and get a few things in. I really want to book Disney. I have to book Disney. It is on my manifestation board. I've spoke about it enough to Kyle. I'm just gonna end up booking it. Kyle, if you're watching, be prepared. I'm probably gonna book it soon, babe. I really want to experience that with Arthur at this age. Like, just Disneyland Paris. Like, I'm not gonna take Tommy and Arthur all the way to Florida right now. I'd rather wait until Tommy's a little bit older, because obviously that's going to be a lot more expensive going there. Do that with the both of them. But just even like I want to have like some staycations, like go to Cornwall and stuff. We said it a few times last year, but I think because I wasn't really feeling up to anything, we just didn't do it a lot at all. Did we even go on holiday last year? We went to Centre Parks. Yeah, that was it. We literally went to Centre Parks in the March last year. Oh, and of course we then went to Centre Parks in December after having Tommy. But yeah, just thinking about the pregnancy side of things, I'm really excited for this year. I think that's a lot of what my goals are for 2026. Tell me your goals, please. You've just heard me ramble on for God knows how long. Tommy is still asleep. It's been 50 minutes, that's amazing. After, when he wakes up, I'm going to take him up to Kyle's parents so they can see him for a bit. And later on, I'm having a catch up with a friend and I can't wait. Haven't really seen her because she went away over Christmas. Bumped into her in the shop like when she come back, but hadn't had like a proper catch up, and we need a proper catch up. Yeah, she's just one of those friends that's like, it's a full therapy session, like we need to have like the lowdown, and I'm very excited to see her. Don't know what we're gonna do yet. We've got into the habit of being these type of people that are like, let's see how we feel, like we're not even planning. Like usually we're big planners, but I think that's just not where we are right now. Which is great that we can do this. We went off to like the Cotswolds a few weeks back. That was great. Even she got me out, like out for a drink after having Tommy, like I don't even know postpartum what it was, like 3 or 4 months. We literally on the day she was like, okay, like let's do this, we're gonna go out for drinks, and I was like, okay. And I've never done that. Oh, it was scary but crazy and very fun. Yeah, so gonna see her. So I might be able to take you through bits of that today, maybe, or see, because yeah, don't know, just get a bit carried away and chatting to people, and also a lot of stage fright still, but definitely a version of self-care for me as well. As much as I love being on my own, that's like very self-care. I think self-care also is having a good catch up with your close mates, in case anyone needs that reminder too. That's going to be a bit of my self-care today. This has felt like self-care, having a catch up with you guys, sitting and drinking a coffee. It's been lush. I don't know how much time I'm going to have after this, but it's been great. So I'll try and bring you along, and then tomorrow Kyle will be at rugby, because that is carrying on now post Christmas. I'll attempt to see what sort of self-care I can get in whilst I've got 2 boys, which is probably going to be none, and probably going to have to wait till they're hopefully asleep. But we'll see. I'll see if I can get any in. But right now I'm gonna finish the last little bit of my coffee and put my feet up for probably all of 5 minutes before Tommy wakes up. I actually just thought it's like 12 o'clock and I'm going to make myself some lunch if I can before Tommy wakes up. So I thought actually I'm just gonna sit you down and show you the lunch that I'm gonna cook for myself. As it come from my recipe book, it's like a go-to the last couple of days. I've really enjoyed it because I'm not having bread even, and usually right now I'd have like poached eggs, avocado and some like seeded bread, but bread's gone, so this is my alternative. It's like a quinoa, poached eggs, spinach, tomatoes medley. So yeah, I'll quickly show you that. That's what I love about quinoa as well, or quinoa, whatever. You can literally cook it up and leave it in the fridge for like 5 to 7 days. So that is so handy for me. And you can literally eat it cold or hot. So I love that. There we have it. So we got the quinoa, poached eggs, tomatoes and spinach. It's actually really, really nice. So I would say that I'm gonna go enjoy this, but I need to go get Tommy because he's woke up. I'm gonna eat my lunch as quick as I can because Tommy needs food too. Kyle's asking stuff of me. Need to go up to Kyle's parents and then see my friends, so I'm gonna leave you for a minute. Finally off to see my friend. I forgot my camera because I was rushing out of the door. So yeah, sorry, quality is probably going to be terrible if I get anything. But yeah, so excited to see her. Back again.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, so yesterday did not go to plan. The plans weren't planning, and that's okay, it happens, especially with kids. So I was supposed to go to Kyle's parents, that didn't happen. They just weren't around, and that's fine. And then I was meeting up with my friend, and within like an hour, I just finished my cup of tea. I had to come back because Tommy just wasn't settling. He's not been very well. Thank you. Yeah, he's not been very well. Just I think more like teething, and yeah, not really too sure, but he's a lot better today, thank goodness, so far. Yeah, so didn't happen, but it's fine. So what I'm gonna do today, I've got the boys today. Kyle's doing rugby, so I'm just gonna have a chill day with them. Probably not gonna be able to get any self-care in, so I'm gonna end the vlog for now. But I'm very excited for the next vlog, and I'll see you then.